Good evening and welcome to the Business Day. I'm Herman Green. JAMPRA's President Diane Edwards is suggesting that the Jamaica Agricultural Commodities Regulatory Authority, JACRA, stick to its regulatory role. Ms. Edwards says the agency has tried to double up by also playing a marketing role, but she says that has proven to be problematic. Andrew Laidley has the details.
The local commodities sector, plagued by issues of low production, lack of funding, and limited export markets, seemingly revamped through the establishment of the Jamaica Agricultural Commodities Regulatory Authority, JACRA. But that agency plagued with issues of its own. President of the Jamaica Promotions Corporation, JAMPRO's Diane Edwards, is now calling on the government to revisit the core mandate of JACRA. She argues that the agency should focus on regulation.
The government needs to become the regulatory authority and step back from the marketing of the products or commodities that they were supposed to regulate. It's very hard to be a regulatory authority and at the same time a marketing authority or a marketing agency.
But how will it work?
We think JACRA really needs to play a regulatory role in those industries, regulatory and also, let's say, custodian of trademarks. So if you look at something like Blue Mountain Coffee, that's a trademark that we are custodians of.
She says based on the plans, there would be some inevitable industry changes.
The cess that is going to be charged on the different components of imports is what is going to go into paying for JACRA. Now, I know that that means that some industries are not going to be happy and there's going to be a restructuring of some industries, but I think it's what is needed for us to move forward.
For the Business Day, I'm Andrew Laidley.
Gas prices are going up tomorrow. A litre of 87 and 90 gasoline will hit another all-time high, selling for 31 cents more. Automotive diesel is also up by $1.89, while ultra-low sulfur diesel will go for $1.75 more. Now, those two prices are also at record highs. Kerosene will cost $1.30 more, while propane is going up by $1.35. Butane will sell for $1.55 more. Retailers will, of course, add their respective markups to these prices. Oil prices traded lower today. Oil for delivery in October went down by $1.24. It settled at $68.63 a barrel. For the first time in more than a decade, the National Solid Waste Management Authority, NSWMA, is reporting that its audited financial statements are up to date. Chairman of the agency, Dennis Chung, says it's a huge accomplishment for the entity.
This is the first time in the history of the NSWMA, or since 2004, that we are fully up to date with the audited financial statements. When I took over as chair 3 years ago, we were 9 years behind. So you'll see the significant achievement that we've made.
Mr. Chung says the NSWMA has employed a strict corporate governance stance, which is starting to pay off.
We've been coming under some pressure recently, and we've always been in terms of the press, but I always say to my board members, what we need to do is ensure that we follow proper corporate governance principles, do the right thing, because we're not here to manage the perception or what comes in the media, but rather to ensure that we do the best job for the Jamaican people and ensure that persons get the best value for the dollar that is put into NSWMA.
And we go down to currency trading as the US dollar ended the day selling for $137.14. The Canadian dollar sold for $103.78. The pound closed the day at $175.51, while the euro ended the day selling for $160.85 on average. Now, the JSE index gained 732 points, while the junior index gained 28 points. Among the winners today were Access Financial Services, Berger Paints, Caribbean Cement, Elite Diagnostics, Fosrich, Grace Kennedy, Indies Pharma, and Jamaica Broilers Group. On the losing side, 138 Student Living, AMG Packaging and Paper, Blue Power Group, Caribbean Producers, Dolphin Cove, Honeybun, Iron Rock Insurance, and Jamaica Stock Exchange. And that's your Business Day. I'm Herman Green. Good evening.